So, about the JFK assassination, one question, well, more than one question, but how did you, how did you respond whenever you heard about it for the first time?
Well, I was very, very young when it happened. So I was, I think, just turned 4 years old. My birthday's in November, so I just had a birthday. But the things I remember is that my parents were very, very sad when it happened. I do remember that. I remember them talking with themselves a lot. I remember them very upset, not wanting to talk about what was on TV. And I think that made me sad because of the way my parents were acting, not because of what happened to the president.
Okay, thanks for that. And there's another question about, well, if you were if you were watching that live, would you be like, what would your reaction be?
Well, if I was there when it happened, actually seeing it happen, I would be very, very frightened. I mean, to have someone get shot, especially somebody that important get shot, and me witnessing it, either on TV or right there in person, I don't think that would make me very, very frightened. I'd be one of those people that you see in the films laying on the ground, covering my head, trying not to get hurt.
Okay, thanks for that cool information.
Mm-hmm.
But for another question is about how you, not how you would react, but it's kind of like that. Like, how would you do your, how would you move on with your daily, stuff that you have to do?
Right. It was a very big, big event, and it affected everybody in the country, and it affected them very, very hard. I think I would do what my parents did. They spoke about it. They spoke to their family. They spoke to their friends about the event that happened. And I think it just takes time. I mean, once you understand what happened, you'll never understand why it happened because it's such a tragic event. But once you understand what happened, and over the course of time, you gradually begin to accept it. You're never going to like it. It's never going to be a good thing. But you're able to get to a point where you do accept it. And I think that's the only way to overcome something that big.
Okay, so now there is, well, let's see, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not a question, but one more question after a statement for you to say.
Okay.
So the statement is so it actually affected the whole country, right?
The whole country.
What do you think it actually affected the country of?
I think probably the biggest thing is we look at our presidents as special people with the ability to do things that we can't do. They can affect what happens in the country. And we don't look at them in a position where they could get hurt. We never even think about a president getting hurt. To realize that that could actually happen, that somebody that important could get hurt, get shot and killed, that's a big thing. That's something that makes the idea of being president something, maybe they are more like us. And then the second thing about that is the president was very well liked. He was a very popular president. Most of the people in the country voted for him as president, and most of the people in the country liked him as president. So we wanted him to be our president. We wanted him to keep doing the things that he was doing, and he was no longer able to do that. And I think that was pretty sad and a little scary at the time, because you want the presidents to be able to do the right thing.
Okay, I got you there.
Mm-hmm.
But, so, you were saying about, how the president, everybody, wanted to vote for him because he was a super good president. So, what if you think, if you were not for, and you voted for him, would you be, crazy about it, or what?
Well, if you didn't vote for the president and he got shot, is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because then it takes on a different meaning. So let's say you didn't like the president and he was shot and killed. You're not going to be happy about that because it's bad for our country. When something that big happens to our country, like our president gets shot, it hurts our entire country. So even if I didn't like the person as president, I wouldn't be happy that he got shot and killed, because it would be bad for our country.
Mm. Thank you for having an interview about JFK's assassination.
You're quite welcome. Thank you, Zachary.